Man, I did not expect for that intro to be that long, but I gotta tell you, I'm digging this guitar, man. I mean, it's not perfect, but there's a lot of things I really like about it. It's proven to not be as lacking in character as I thought it was. Sometimes you just got to give these things a chance. I'm quick till I go, nah, next, but sometimes you got to give these things a minute to kind of let them sink in. Just getting going today, folks. Been trying to do some hand stretching and stuff this morning. My usual stretches. This is a good one. This is a good one. Leaning up against the wall like this is a good one. And then, all these kind of stretches like this, those are good. Just, general stretching. I've been doing this where, you can see, man, I'm trying to get this thing. Every morning I got to start back over, to get this thing to start coming back to life. But it's a little sore from the physical therapy the other day. The guy's working on it. But I do the claw, which is like this, try to do the claw, then the full fist, then the straight up, then the half, then the flat wrist, the flat fist. So like that. So those are a couple things I'm doing. It's helping a little bit. But hey guys, I wanted to give you a little quick lesson here before I run out and do my errands. Man, a couple things. Let me tell you this. I posted something on Instagram earlier. And by the way, folks, I got to tell you, this channel, it's hit a little bit of a lull as far as the followers go. Which is not a big deal. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop. That means I'm going to double down and work harder. I'm not going to get discouraged because I know how that mental game works, and I've seen the payoff and how all this stuff works. And so, but man, when I get up in the morning and I start looking around at different people's social media, I see how my stuff's doing. I might check out a couple other people, and stuff. And man, you got to catch yourself really fast. Because, man, the spiral of discouraging thoughts that can come in, and it overwhelms your whole body. It takes over your whole body. It's paralyzing. The discouraging feeling that you can get from comparing yourself to others. Oh man, look at this house, look at these cars, look at the boat. Look at this girl. Look at what this guy's got. Look at the talent that this kid has. Look at the followers that this person has. Look at how much money this other person's probably making. It's all this stuff starts going through your head, and it can crush you. It can crush you. It can paralyze you. I've been there. I have to work at this every day to go, look, man, we're all doing better than some people. We're not doing as well as others, whatever that means. It's just a way to let you know what I'm saying. But but everybody's in that same boat. Everybody's in the same boat. I've got, we've all got friends that are doing unbelievable, and then some that just are never going to get there. And then, then there's some of us that are kind of just right in the middle, I guess. I don't know. But that's what we do. We keep going. We can't let that stuff, get to us, because it'll crush you, man. I've been there. It's one of the hardest things that I try to keep from getting me down. It's a real powerful force, and it's because of the fucking smartphones, man, and social media. So just be careful out there, guys, and don't let that stuff get you down. That's why I've been kind of trying to post more videos lately of just having some mistakes in there and telling you that my finger's messed up, and I'm dealing with my own battles, here and stuff too. But, things aren't always great all the time. And social media doesn't really portray that. It's either total gloom and doom, to get people, the people want conflict and they want to see struggles and stuff. But they're not doing much of the middle ground, which is letting you know that, not everybody's day is amazing. Oh my God, everything's amazing. And everything's not amazing. And that's just life. If it was, then you're not living. So anyway, enough of that, but there's just a little bit of what I'm thinking. another tangent. Sorry, guys. I'm enjoying playing playing the guitar here, but let me show you this. So this is what proper triad. Somebody asked me a minute ago. He goes, what is a triad? Apparently, I'm missing something. I need to know what a triad is. Well, let me just start real simple here and just show you that. First of all, you've got the chord inversions. C, here's your A shape, your G shape, your E shape, C, D shape, back to square one, C shape, right? Okay, well, let's just take the A shape and the G shape. Maybe we'll do the E shape. So if I'm in the A shape, that A-shaped bar chord, that's the full chord. You're not going to play this ever, but those are all the notes in that chord. Well, the triads are what make up and spell out the major chord. The root note, that's the key you're in, C, the major third, and the fifth, G. So C, E, and G, those are the notes that make up a major triad in the key of C. Because that's just a power chord or a kind of a nebulous chord. It's a C, the G, the fifth, and then a C. So there's no note defined. That's not a proper triad. 3 notes together is not a triad. This is 3 notes together. That's not a proper triad. A triad contains the note that defines the sound of the chord perfectly. So that's your root, third, fifth. This is a proper triad out of your G shape. Those are all proper triads. So every chord shape, there's proper triads in there, but not every chord shape contains proper triads on groups of all the 3 strings. So if I'm in the A shape, the proper triad is here because there's my root, third, fifth. The other one is here. Here's my third, root, fifth. You can see I'm still playing those same 2 notes. I'm just moving the fifth to the G string. So root, third, fifth. Well, then that's it, because the rest of those notes, the G string, D string, A string, and E string, those are just roots and fifths. That's not a proper triad. I can still tell you're in the key of C because of the nature of that sound. Sure, C, F, G, but that's not a proper triad in there. So these are. Then if I go to the G shape, that's not a proper triad because that's a root, that's a fifth, root, fifth. But if I play that part of it, that's a proper triad. You can tell it's the same one from the A shape. But as I move my major third to here to play it out of the G shape, that's my root, that's my fifth. Now my third is there. So that's a proper triad. It's 3 notes, G, D, and A string, the root, the fifth, the major third. Now if I remove the root from the G string and just play the root now on the E string, fifth, third, root. That's a proper triad. If we go to the E shape, the E shape does not contain a proper triad on all 3 strings, but there's a lot of them. So here's one. See, if I change that major third down a half step, I get a minor triad. So this is why these are so important, because you're basing the fundamental on just these 3 notes. If one note changes in that triad, the other ones stay the same. That's the key, man. I mean, this is really, really, really where this stuff really takes off. So there's a proper triad, root, fifth, third, on just 3 strings, G, B, and E string. Then take the next part of that chord, the B, G, and D string. Well, that's your fifth, that's still your third. Now your root has just moved to the next octave down. That's a proper triad. Then the root, third, and fifth are being rearranged in these triads, but the same notes are still there. if I move to the E shape chord, right? There's my third, there's my root from the previous triad, but now I'm getting rid of the B string and I'm just going to play the G, D, and A string. Same rule applies. There's the third, drop the third down. There's my C minor. Well, since that's not a proper triad, I have to jump up to the D shape to make that triad. Third, root, fifth, third, flat the third, there's your minor, right? So but the triads, here's where it really comes into play. Groups of 3 strings. C triad, C triad, C triad, C triad. That's all your proper triads on the G, B, and E string moving up the fingerboard. They're all coming out of the same shapes. That's what I'm trying to show you. So if this is my shape, segment, separate those 3 strings. Now, out of that chord shape, separate these 3 strings. Root, fifth, third. Now just on the D, G, and B string, play the triads. There's a C triad, there's a C triad out of the A shape, here's one out of the E shape, here's one out of the C shape. Right, so you can see how the big chord is just taking the triads, you're breaking them down into triads out of the big chord. Okay, let's go to the next 3 chords. G, D, and A string. Fifth, third, root. Well, now we got to go up to the G shape to get our first triad. There's the third, there's the fifth, there's the root. Up to the E shape, fifth, root, third. Go up to the C shape, root, third, fifth. So then, take that and then play the 1, 4, 5 in triads up the fingerboard. I'm just going to go to the middle section. D, well, let's start on the first 3 strings like we've been doing. G, B, and E. That's C, F, G, C. Proper triads. C, F, G, C. C, F, G, C. C, F, G, C. Now I'm going to do it without talking. That's not a proper triad, but I ran out of room. Now let's do it on the next one. Back down. Now back up here. Now you can see. So these little triads. So the scale notes connect those. And so when you start digging into all this, I can't show you all this right now. And if you really want to dig into this to your level and get something out of it, tailored to your specific level, you can't really ask YouTube a question. I got to promote my courses. Brett Papa course, Artist Works, definitely private lessons, Zoom, in-person, half-day immersion, full-day immersion. I'm trying to help you guys. You got to help me out a little bit too here. This is a two-way street. So at least hit if you're getting something out of these, at least hit the tip jug. And I know this is a low production YouTube channel, but the teaching and the playing is authentic. Me and Tom and Jed and Jack and Brett, you know, we've got a lot of experience playing the guitar. We do it for a living. There's a lot of guys on YouTube that are trying to show you this stuff. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to knock anybody. It's not about that. But they don't have any experience. And they are trying to confuse you. And they're not trying to confuse you. They're trying to sell stuff. I am too. But it's authentic. It's real. It's not overdubbed and edited and slick produced and recorded on Pro Tools. I'm sitting in here with an iPhone, my guitar, and my amp. And I'm not tooting my horn by any means, but the information is real. The information is rock solid. It's gonna work. If you work on this stuff and let me help you, show you some things. This is what changed my life on the guitar. That's the Brett Papa course. What changed my life on guitar? I'm not hiding anything. This is it. It's the chord, the notes that make up the chord, and playing around the chord, you know. You want blues? If you want country? If you want soul? You want funk? Ballads, you know. There are no country, blues, rock, ballad scales. It's all in the chords. And so I'm a little fired up this morning, guys. And but anyway, I just wanted to show you that about the triads and explain as best I can in 15 minutes what those are. There's a little play in there. There's a little talking. You know, I get a little fired up sometimes on these videos because I'm passionate about this stuff, man, because, you know, I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in the music. I've met a bunch of you guys. You know, you're great guys, you know, and we have a lot of fun together, man. We've had a lot of fun together. And so let's just keep it up. But you got to help support us. We're helping you. You got to help us back. So hit the tip jug, support the things we're doing, spread the word, man. This is a community. And so that's all I'm going to say. Telecasting from East Nashville, Tennessee, over and out. We'll catch you on the next one. Hope you got something out of that. Check out Instagram. Check out all the links below. Nicky G's record, the Guitar Party official Instagram. If you're not following on this channel, many people that view the videos don't subscribe. Please just subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us all out. All right, guys, just getting real with you today, friends, and as usual, and we'll see you real soon. All right, man. Cheers.